Oh, hold on a sec. I forgot something. There we go. Forgot how to move for a moment. Anyways, welcome back to whatever this mess of a stream is. This was a sudden surprise to see today, from the Nintendo Direct, F-Zero 99. Who would have thought that, this would happen? So, we're gonna check it out. I played a little bit earlier, so that I could get a feel for it and also grind up some tickets for the Grand Prix, because that's happening right now, actually. It said earlier that it was going to happen at 8 o'clock, but then they swapped it to now. So that's what's happening. So I'm going to check it out for a bit. Well, I say check it out. I'm going to play it for a bit. Okay, so it's got like 5.5 minutes. Okay, so then we'll do this really quick and then just do regular gameplay after. I like it. My only gripe is that with all these other players bumping into you all the time, it's kind of rough, pretty much. That, and also people tend to focus the most annoying tracks in the regular mode. I haven't seen all the tracks, such as that last one, but I've heard that sound before somewhere. Anyway, yeah, it's a little rough. It's not bad by any means, but it's definitely kind of rough. As far as my exposure to the series goes, I've played the original on Nintendo Switch Online, and I've played the Game Boy Advance version, which is basically a remake of the first one. And then I've also played a little bit of F-Zero X, the 64 one. I lost a lot of health during that. I haven't played F-Zero GX, but aside from that, that's really all I know about the series. I know that there's been a drought of, like, entries for a very long time. I think I just botched it. Yep, I botched it. No, we're good, I guess. This one's rough. Gotta be careful here. Yeah, I played a lot of the GBA version, back in the day. That one's pretty good. There's a lot of vehicles. Actually, a lot of vehicles, and I think some tracks that weren't in the original. Okay. Now we're back in the good graces, kinda. It's getting kinda close. I am, like, nowhere near first at all. There's like a sweet spot to hit that, Skyway. I need to find it, because it extends if you're over a gap. I think it's that gap that we just passed. I think my goal for this, like this one specifically, isn't to win, but just to knock out the rivals. Gosh, this one's kind of hard though. Yeah, this one's like, because I've played Tetris 99 and Mario 99 and Pac-Man 99. This one out of all of them seems like the hardest to actually be in first for. But I tried the mini pre earlier and it was just hard to try to do, you know. Okay, so they're giving you more rivals now. God, everyone picks either Big Blue or Mute City for obvious reasons. They're like the most iconic stages. Unless the super hard tracks show up. But yeah, this whole thing was a surprise to me pretty much. Not gonna lie though, I saw, in the direct, I saw them zooming in on the Blue Falcon, and for a moment there, I legitimately thought that they were going to do an HD remaster, well, not an HD remaster, more so like just a full-on like remaster of the first one. Which wouldn't have been bad, but it would have kind of been salt in the wounds to the fan base, which I guess people could consider this to be as well. But, because I've heard some people saying that, you know, this is not the compromise we needed or whatever, you know, that a remaster would have been good or a remake would have been good. But like, I don't know, I don't have a horse in this race, so I don't really have much of an opinion on that. I would have loved to see the GBA version show up on Switch Online though. Like, even though it's basically more of just the same, you know, there are still more vehicles, there are still tracks. It was pretty cool. Speaking on the direct though, it was kind of mid for me. Like, there were some good announcements and some not so interesting, at least to me, interesting announcements. Like, they started off with Splatoon, like with the DLC, and it looks good. It looks like a roguelite. Oh, at least that's the popular thing to say these days. Every time you see random anything in any game, it's like, oh, it's a roguelite. I don't think that's inaccurate to say, but then again, this trailer just came out, so I have no idea. Why am I in second? Alright, here we go. No, I got one star. Oh, that's unfair. That's cruel. Oh, that is so cruel. Oh no. You gotta be careful. They punish you, it looks like, for just, what's it? Oh, they punish you for, just going in first. And it's over. Oh my. Alright, well. I guess we'll just do the regular one then. Well, that's a good start to it at least. Okay. Let's see. Just reposition myself really quick. There we go. Okay. There we go. Oh, shoot. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I fully expect to see a lot of this stage. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Direct. So, they start off strong in my opinion with Splatoon. I'm excited for that one. Oh my. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh god. I saw more about, Mario RPG. I didn't grow up with it, but I know the music's pretty good at least, so I know it's not enough to, like, actually have an opinion on it, but that's too close. It looks good. I don't think I'd get it, though. Because, again, I didn't grow up with it, so I don't really have much opinion on it, but I like the visuals. They also did a remake of Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which is surprising. And saw the Paper Mario, which also looks good, but kind of seems out of left field for me. Maybe that's just because it's another game that I didn't grow up in, or grow up with. There that goes. But, you know, it's a cool thing that's happening, you know. And the more of these they do, the less times people will ask. I'll do Team, why not? So, I was looking forward to Metroid, but then again, a lot of us probably were. What else? I keep saying a lot. I saw Princess Peach is getting a game, which we already knew about, but didn't really get any concrete info on before. Now we do. And I saw people were making the joke that it's a better Balan Wonderworld, which I kinda agree with, purely by the lack of just jank. But obviously it doesn't come close to being the same thing because there's like limited verticality I've seen from that trailer. The outfit thing is similar though, and in my opinion better. Just because when Balan does the outfits, it gives abilities, but sometimes it takes them away. Like, some outfits you can't even jump with. And other outfits, you know, they're not meant for attacking enemies, so you can't really attack and whatever. But, so I can see the comparison in some aspects, but others not so much. So that one looks good. I most likely won't get it, but it looks really good. And it's actually pretty cool that they're giving other Mario characters like a turn in the spotlight, especially considering, you know, again, the Mario and Donkey Kong remake, and also Luigi's Mansion 2, which they did talk about before, but now is, you know, closer to coming out. So there's that. There's a new Among Us map, which I don't play Among Us, but it's a big meme, so it's always a hilarious time to see anything new for them. I did like the animation though. I fully believe that a full-on animated series, or even just animated shorts, would be pretty cool. Like, not necessarily for the sake of like lore or something, but just because it's become a beloved franchise now, and people would eat it up pretty much. So that looks interesting. If I could gather people and then actually get the game, then maybe I'd look into it, but right now it's not in the cards for me. What else? I saw more 2D/3D pixel art RPGs, which has become a meme now. It's like for every Nintendo Direct, there are like 2 of those kinds of games, which I have nothing against them. They always look good. I almost came in first. Yeah, they always look pretty good. Like Octopath Traveler was one example, and then I think Triangle Strategy is the name of the other. I don't know. That's another one that looked pretty good. Just to name the only two I can actually think of off the top of my head. But they are starting to like oversaturate, I believe. So, but you know, like I said, they look pretty good. Also Farm Sims is another one. Do a regular. Okay, so now the next one's being shown at 10, which is interesting. Aside from those, there isn't really much else that I was interested in. So yeah, pretty mid for me. I was hoping for news on Metroid, whether it be Prime 4 or Metroid Prime 2 remaster, which we know is happening, or gonna happen probably. Got a hydrant. Talking too much. But, we can't win them all. Oh, I saw the Mario Kart DLC thing, which I have Mario Kart, but I honestly don't really care too much for getting the DLC. Like, I don't play it enough to want the DLC. But I wouldn't mind checking it out at some time. It's just a matter of, like, do I care enough, pretty much, you know? And I'm not trying to sound, like, rude or anything, but it's just, there's too much happening, you know? But that was their last DLC, and speaking on last things in, the world of Switch games, I saw that there is, the Sora amiibo coming out for Smash, which makes it the last amiibo. So, I think it's safe to say Smash Ultimate's pretty much done. Like, I'd be very surprised if they did anything more with it. But it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Like, they talked about it being, you know, over and done with. Obviously, there's not gonna be any more characters or stages. I don't think there's gonna be any more Mii Fighter stuff, but, you know, anything could change, but I don't know if they officially said that they were done with that. But who knows? I know the balance passes were done. I think I was too greedy on this one. So yeah, that's that for the direct. Now for other news being Unity stuff. So for those who don't know, Unity has changed their pricing model for a specific, as they say, a specific subset of people. It is $200,000 revenue for your game within a year, and also $200,000 or 200,000 installs, like fresh installs, which they actually walked back. Previously, it was just any installs. And that's for the personal license. They removed Plus, and now Pro is the next step up from that. So this affects a lot of indie devs and free games, or really a lot of people in general, but for me specifically, I'm unaffected because I am as indie as it gets. I'm more so a hobbyist. I mean, realistically speaking, I'm only a developer by technicality alone because I launched a game on Steam and mobile, but I'm not practiced enough, in my opinion, to be like counted as an actual game developer. So consider me a hobbyist, but the title is of game dev is only by technicality on my end. Pardon me, I've been coughing a lot today. yeah, so a lot of people are going to lose money. I personally do hope they retract this, like, further. They've been walking back some things, like, you know, saying that the fee won't count if your thing has, like, if it's not a fresh install, like I said, but also if it's a demo, like, you can reach out for that. If it's a charity giveaway, or a charity kind of deal, if your software's pirated, then somehow it won't apply. Which this whole thing is also raising privacy concerns, which I get and I understand. It's kind of worrying me too, but we'll see. Indie games, free games, and specifically indie games that are either like super popular right now, like I've seen Cult of the Lamb, I've seen Crab Game, I've seen some others, Totally Accurate, Battle Simulator, like those devs. I don't remember their names, like any of them specifically, so I apologize for that. But they've come out on Twitter/X thing, saying that, you know, this is a huge hit to them. And even Cult of the Lamb specifically, these devs, they said that I don't know if it was a joke or if they're being serious, but I wouldn't put it past, saying, get the game before January because we're going to delete it, you know, which it would be revenue loss for them because anyone who wanted to try the game won't be able to try the game after that, which really sucks. But, alright, these red ones are a one-shot. Ooh, I almost died! Yeah, that pretty much sucks. And I honestly hate the fact that that's what some devs are gonna actually, like, unironically have to resort to if this doesn't change. But, for me personally, nothing's gonna change for me, except there is one project that I handed off to another. It was a collaboration at first, and I'm actually going to, on Twitter/X, you know, I'm just gonna say Twitter from now on. I will never accept the name X, that's edgy. On Twitter, I plan to upload a clip of, like, the proof of concept prototype version that is done, that I will be handing off. It's not gonna be anything major, it's just gonna be simple, but I want to show it off because who I was working with no longer wants to do it in Unity due to these changes, which I totally understand and have no ill will against. But I wanted to at least upload that proof of concept as a portfolio thing, just so that way I can preserve the state it's in before, like, development on it continues without me. Which is totally okay in my opinion, and I asked for permission and I got the okay, as long as I watermark it, which is a given. I mean, you know, it is what it is. So that's changed, but then again, to be fair, I never really announced what this project is. But aside from that, I have 2 more projects that I'm working on. One of them is the 3D platformer that I talked about before and even on stream showed a clip of, though I'm not sure if that clip is on any of my public streams. Probably not, but it is on my Twitter. So there's that, and then there's another project that is going to be a free game that's more so a hobby project, that'll also serve as a portfolio piece that is also a platformer. I probably should not have boosted there because now I'm probably gonna die. But yeah, that one's gonna be a free game. It'll be pay what you want on itch, mainly because I can't afford to upload it to Steam right now. Maybe eventually, if enough support is shown. But that one is going to be a 2.5D platformer. So it's going to be a side-scroller with 3D graphics. And it's basically going to be not really a rage platformer. It's going to be just a jump quest, you know. It's reach the top among different stages. You know, I am definitely going to lose this one, I'm sure. But I wanted to capture the same frustration and like kinda skill-ish feeling. Oh, nice. Okay, we're back in the running as I immediately boost. Yeah, I wanted to capture that same feeling as doing the classic jump quests in MapleStory. Just because of how difficult they were, in a sense. But I also want to put a spin on it. I want to give it a story. I want to put different stages. And I don't want it to be, like, too infuriating, pretty much. Like, I want it to be a thing that you want to persist in, pretty much. But not, like, you know, just keep falling down and have it be, like, that one stage, like, only up before it was removed from Steam. I think it was removed? Oh, I got them all. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know if it was removed. Could have been, but I genuinely just do not know. I know there was some controversy involved with it, but because it's been removed, there is a gap now that it's left, at least in whoever cares. I personally didn't really care about it too much. I like seeing people stream it just to see their experience, but I did not play it and I did not plan to buy it. But I want to make a game that won't have those controversies. Like I heard stuff about NFTs and I heard something else about AI, but I can't really say for sure if that's accurate or not, because again, I didn't play it, I only watched it. But, you know, I just want to do like a more contained experience, like not a super massive, you know, this is this giant sprawling course that you have to surmount. No. I want to do like several stages with differing themes and like just progression pretty much. And so that's what this project is going to be. As for like the theme or like character identity or thematic, like anything, I'm keeping that hush-hush, mainly just so that way I don't put the idea out there and set expectations. I mean, I'm already setting expectations by talking about it, period. But it's probably going to be like a small thing, like nothing major, because I am still indie. I am still doing this solo. You know, I'm not really some super pro game dev or anything right now. It is still a hobby project for me, so it's not going to be like this huge awesome thing. But I'll do my best on it. I'm not going to really, I'm not going to make a lot of promises, especially ones that I cannot, like, fulfill. But all I'll just say is, I'll do my best. The movement is almost done, but the visuals are not even started because, you know, gameplay first. But I'll polish it to the best of my ability, and hopefully make a game that doesn't make people, like, throw their keyboards or whatever. Or controllers. So there's that. As far as this has become like a Zatsu game for me. It's because of how simplistic it is. Anyway, another update from me. I will be going on hiatus in the near future. I don't know when, but chances are it's going to be starting tomorrow. Just because of real life obligations that are coming in and beginning to interfere. It won't be possible for me to stream soon. Hopefully I'll be able to get back. But my objective is that when I do, like, if I do have to take a hiatus, then when I do come back, it'll be, like, with a full quality pass and everything. So we're talking like a 2.0 model, hopefully one that's not gonna have to require Vroid, especially with all the all the stuff with Unity happening, because the software I use, vMagic Mirror, is done in Unity, so that's gonna be affected, I'm sure. I'm using it. I'm using the free version, but there is a paid version that you can get to get extra features, so I hope that they're not going to be affected too much by this. Everyone's going to really take a revenue loss if they hit that point, but I'm sure these devs have probably hit that point already. Who's to say? But yeah, anyway, back to the subject at hand. Possible hiatus soon. I'll make an official announcement on that if I get confirmation that that's what's going to have to happen. But I don't want to really like divulge the details because it'll cause worry. But what it boils down to is I won't be able to stream. I most likely won't be able to work on the platform anymore either, at least for a while. But when this blows over, I will do an update, and the hiatus will most likely still continue after that. But the reason will, like, the reason will pretty much be to assuage fears, you know. But don't worry, I am healthy, I am fine, and will continue to be so. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on that. Anything else though? Like anything lighter, pretty much. Maybe I'll do a stream tomorrow. Maybe. Might be more Crash, but I want to make a thumbnail before I do more of that game. Because it's good. Like, I find myself wanting to go back to it, and maybe I will just to get some of the crates I missed, like, off stream, but I don't want to progress, like, in the levels until the next stream. I also want to find a better time to stream, because I'm all over the place right now with it. Oh wow, we are very close to first place. Yeah, I want to find a better time. Ooh, nice! I want to find a better time to do these streams, now that I actually have pretty much just figured out my settings, you know? I actually want to find a way to save my settings somewhere. I don't think there's a cloud for that, that OBS handles. Ooh. Okay, so that's not a one-shot. Thank goodness. Alright, we're on the last one so I can burn my boost. But, oh, got a bit of frame drops there for a moment. It seems to have blown over. I wonder if it happened the moment I said that I got my quality settings down. That would be some hilarious irony. Oh, there's a mini prey. I hate the magnets. That threw me for a loop. What was I saying? Yeah. I got the stream quality settings pretty much down for this. Now all that's left is just to find a good time to stream. You know, like a good consistent time pretty much. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything, you know, I think that was covered. I think I want to put together, like, a YouTube short for a Q&A. You know, just like to let viewers get to know me, kinda. Because I don't really get to do much engagement these days. Like, because I've seen some questions here and there, like on Twitter, but, you know, I guess my personality is still like a little bit of a mystery to new and some returning viewers. I think we're dropping frames again. Yeah, I think I'll do a Q&A at some point. Maybe before the hiatus. Probably. This game just hits, like, a lot of the nostalgia for me. Like, the original, like, wasn't my thing, but the Game Boy Advance version was. Like, I remember it was difficult to, like, get all the hidden cars. And then, some of the hidden cars were just so bad. Like, there was one that had a lot of slippy mechanics. Like, it would just slide around. Wouldn't do corners very well. And then there was another one that would slip even more and was extremely slow, but could basically like fly for a long while. But it was cool to like unlock all the hidden vehicles and whatnot. Nice. I do wish they would have made, like, a new one, or at least just remade the original. That would be so cool. But I think of all entries in this series, my favorite would have to be F-Zero X, just because of how, like, just how long you could fly for. Like, everyone loves the speed, and don't get me wrong, the speed is pretty good, but just the flying is, like, trying to get the glide, like, down right is pretty good. Alright, so we're on track 2. We didn't drop more frames. The bitrate just fell a bit. That's fine. Alrighty. Let me scoot in a bit. And... alright. Any other subjects? I'm trying to think of topics. Oh, I got one. My favorite pizza. I think I talked about this on the Crash stream, but I don't think anyone would agree with this. My favorite pizza... My favorite is pineapple. Specifically with... it's a pizza that replaces the tomato sauce with ranch dressing, and it has stuffed crust and grilled chicken and diced tomato. And maybe diced onion? Yeah. That is my absolute favorite pizza. But a good replacement for me when a place doesn't have pineapple is replacing the pineapple with buffalo. And you basically have a buffalo chicken pizza. And it is so good. I'm hungry. Might eat something after this. God, pizza is just the best. But I've seen lately that there are restaurants that are just being excessive with their unique and wacky pizzas. Like, I don't know if it's Papa John. Uh-oh. Wait, I'm in first. Anyway, oh, he wants me dead. Yeah, I don't know if it was Papa John's or some other place, but they're putting pepperoni in the stuffed crust. And that's not bad, but I'm just sitting here thinking, how much stuff will you stuff in the crust until you get just another pizza, like, in the crust, you know? It's a little goofy. Oh my, that guy's having a rough time of it. And then, like, the little side dish things, like the little pizza poppers or whatever. And it's like... It's becoming more and more apparent as time progresses that pizza is, like, coming in any forms, pretty much. Like, you could have it in the typical style of, like, the slices, but then you can have it, what's it? You could have it thin crust, like, then you could have it in the poppers, you can have it in, like, pizza sticks or whatever. Oh, nice. And it's just like, what even... It's like, what even is a pizza anymore? You know? I think I'll use this one. Yeah, it's just odd. But delicious. I won't deny that. Now that made me super hungry. Am I just streaming on YouTube or multiple platforms? It's just YouTube for the time being. I'm not really gonna be doing anything on Twitch or any of the others. I found that, on Twitch, it's maybe just a little bit easier to get a following, but once you grow big enough, the culture starts to change a little. And it's like, not ideal for me and how I want to do things pretty much. But YouTube is pretty much where I'm gonna stay for a while. Alrighty. A cylindrical calzone. Yeah. I found that's basically what Hot Pockets are. Hot Pockets and pizza rolls. Those are literally just different sizes. You know what? I think that's what everything pretty much is. It's like, how close to a calzone does it have to be? You know? It's like a Hot Pocket is just a small calzone. A pizza roll is just a miniature calzone. And then there's just pizza. And then like the pizza poppers are just like small round calzones. That's funny. Though in retrospect, I think like the full-size calzones with like the vents cut into the dough and whatever, I think those are just like biblically accurate pizzas. Be not afraid. Be not hungry. It's just miles upon miles of just dough, cheese, and pepperoni. How far will we go in these cursed creations till we find ourselves in the pizza dimension? Oh, I think I threw the game. Oh no, I shouldn't have boosted there. I've not been paying attention, I've just been focused on the conversations. This is good for when you just want to, like, just talk and whatever. Oh, but I'm gonna die. Or maybe not. As long as no one hits me. Oh, thank goodness. That works. I don't need to be in first, just as long as I'm above top 25 and defeating rivals. That's good for me. Alrighty. I think I'm good for one more unless a mini pre shows up. Oh, I know, never mind, Protrax is up. I'll use that to grind some tickets, because that's pretty good for that. Stingray's so good. I used some of the other machines. I will never use Golden Fox. I think that's what it's called. I will never use Golden Fox ever again. Like, after the one time, it's just too frail. I know it recharges quickly, but it's just too frail of a machine. Yeah, no. The pink one all the way. I don't like this stage. Really, realistically speaking, I don't like either the two stages we had to choose from. But I want to get better on this stage. I've noticed we've actually been devoid of racing games for a while, and not just on Switch, but like in general. Like, yeah, they announced a new one that was coming out. Well, I say new one. I don't remember the name of it, but I don't know if it's new or if it's a port that's just now coming to Switch. But, it looks fine. I just wish that we'd get more, you know? Because, like, I tried Need for Speed Heat, and it's not bad, but I just cannot get into it. Maybe I'll do that later, but I am not a fan of the soundtrack choice. I will not get Need for Speed Unbound because not only do I not like the soundtrack choice in that, but I just do not care about that one in particular. Like, I'm just not interested. I personally feel like Most Wanted was peak for me. What you do to make a pizza and calls and just fold it? Yep. That's what I do with the New York style pizzas. Or any of the... Oh my! I just got some more. And now I'm just all over the place. Yeah, the New York pizzas are too huge and drippy to keep flat. I don't always like to fold my pizzas. But like, for the drippy ones and for like the huge ones, yeah. It's just too much real estate per slice. They tend to like keep them massive. I feel like the giant piece of slices is like, it's like the New York style and whatnot. It's like something you gotta knowingly like you gotta know what you're getting into pretty much for that. Because it's like, the first time, like, yeah, you won't really know, but like, when you see, oh, New York style, it's like, yeah, this is gonna be huge. I really want to get a pizza. I remember there was such a long period of time that I went without getting Domino's because I heard from, like, a lot of people close to me that it's just not that great compared to, like, Papa John's and whatever. But then we actually got to try it, and, God, it's just so good. Pricey, but good. What would I ever do anime reviews? Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, I do want to talk about, at some point, I want to talk about, even though this is not really an anime specifically, this iteration of One Piece right now, the live action that came out on Netflix, that one I want to talk about. It's so good. Like, they got a lot right. But I'll talk more about that in a full-on review. But yeah, I definitely do some anime reviews, because there are some that I've been watching lately, and then some classic ones that I haven't seen that I'm watching that are a little rough, like Death Note being one of them. Like, it's not bad, but I can't watch it without laughing. And another one being... I don't remember. I already forgot the name of it. But, I want to watch more of the classic animes and then review those. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's definitely on the horizon at some point. Because I got some things to say about Death Note. I legit cannot stop laughing at some of the foolish, like, way things progress in that. Also, Attack on Titan. Like, that one doesn't make me, like, laugh. Like, I don't find, like, where the story went humorous. But it is definitely bizarre. I'm not caught up with it, though. So I'd have to continue watching. But we'll see. Crit rate's tanking again. I do not like these magnet walls. Oh, I'm gonna die. I am dead. Oh, got one at least. So yeah, live action One Piece is pretty good. And at that, in my opinion, it might just be the best live action version of an anime that I've seen, like, in a while. Oh, I dropped more frames. I haven't seen the live action Death Note, but I will watch that at some point. Haven't seen the live action Full Metal Alchemist. I still need to finish watching Brotherhood. But I like that one a lot so far. I'll do this one, I guess, but people aren't gonna vote for it, I'm sure. Oh, there we go. I am watching Record of Ragnarok, and the action looks good, but the story is, like, starting to fall short, in my opinion. Like, it's... I don't know. It's becoming... Like, it's the product of a story that's taking place in a single, like, location. And yeah, they're trying to change it up by changing the arena sometimes, but, like... All it is just fight, backstory, and then in between fights it's, oh, everyone's just, you know, gossiping. And it's like, how is this interesting? Like, they did one thing interesting that, for spoilers I won't really talk about, because I'd have to do a spoiler warning in a full-on video. But aside from that, it's just... I'm only in there for the action and seeing, like, what the gods and whatnot do. I am already dying. But it's not bad by any means. Like, the backstories that they're talking about are pretty cool, because it's giving you insight, like, in some small way, of, like, the different gods and goddesses for the different nationalities. I don't know, though. Like, I'm starting to not really have much of an interest anymore. And this is the same thing that happened to me with Seven Deadly Sins. Like, I legit stopped watching just because the story went in such, like, an incoherent direction. Like, the main characters keep changing, like, out of nowhere. And it's like, do I really want to continue watching this? So, there's that. I stopped watching Black Clover. I don't know if it got any better, but, like, I'm not really... Like, I stopped being able to follow the story after, what even was that arc? I don't even remember. But also the animation was kind of lazy when I watched it. But the movie looks good. I don't know if that movie is based off of any specific arc, but the animation's just kind of lazy on that one, which is weird considering it's Shonen Jump. You know? So, stopped watching that. I'm watching Vinland Saga, and it's super good. Like, I'm actually super invested in, like, the characters on that one, like, in their growth and whatnot. Like, it seems like an actual, like, living, breathing world, you know? And it makes sense considering that it's based off of the, like, real life in some way, you know? Aside from the cartoonishly gratuitous, capabilities of specific characters in melee combat, scenarios. But that one's pretty good. I'm rewatching the regular run of One Piece. I stopped watching in dub when I stopped watching in dub when it got to Water 7. But like early on, back when I was younger, when they got to Water 7, that was like right before then was when I stopped watching it in dub. But I started watching again on Netflix. And on Netflix they're only up to Thriller Bark. But I'm gonna be watching all as much as I can in dub, like beyond that, just because I want to hear how the characters sound in English. And it's not bad. Like, I like the voicing. So that's going pretty well. I'm remembering stuff that I forgot. Like just how much of a menace Luffy's zombie is. And also just just how much of a dude bro Frankie sounds. But yeah, it's bringing back a lot of memories, and I'm here for it. Also, seeing how like just how the wait, I killed someone? Cool. Just seeing how like they technically progress, like from going in 4-3 to going like to 16-9, and then going with more visual effects and post-processing and whatnot. That kind of thing is pretty cool to see. Outside of anime, I haven't really seen very many movies. I finally decided to watch Puss in Boots and The Last Wish, and it was pretty good. Someone told me, like, raised a pretty good point that it does a good job in portraying, like, anxiety, like, how it affects someone, and, like, how it can be alleviated with companionship. And I wholeheartedly agree. Just yesterday, I saw Elemental, and it's on the nose with its message of cultural acceptance because it's Disney. But right now, I feel like that's kind of needed, but only because there aren't really very many movies about that are geared toward children. It's all about, the only movies we're seeing for that right now are geared towards adults who know better. Oh, I died. And who should, like, be reminded. But then again, that's, like, neither here nor there. Oh, snap? Yeah, that's neither here nor there with that specifically. But, I wonder if getting... Okay, I can't get those, probably. I wonder if, like, there are going to be any, like, movies that do that aren't going to be on the nose, that's like, oh, that's front and center, and not like, oh, by the way, these are the individual quirks of each individual person's, instead of just seeing everyone as equal, like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Like, my issue with Disney movies and their messages is that... Oh, a mini. Yeah, my issue with Disney movies and that is that they tend to focus too hard on one core value, in addition to whatever, like, plot they've got. But with Elemental specifically, it was a little strange for me because, like, it was a good looking movie, but a lot of it, without spoiling, a lot of it was pretty much, oh, look what I can do as this element, you know, alongside, like, the message. And it was a little distracting, you know? It's like, oh, water guys are emotional. By the way, we can slip through a metal fence, you know. And it's like, oh, you know, Earth people are just, you know, made of stone and they like getting splashed with water. By the way, they can grow flowers on themselves on command. And it's like, okay, how many times are you gonna show this? But they do make a good point about, like, you know, culture. You know. So, that's that movie. Wasn't bad, it was just a lot of visual eye candy alongside the messages that we've been told. But then again, this is geared toward children, so... I mean, if it's one way to get them understanding about this, then I guess that works. I mean, if anyone could do it, it's Disney. You know, despite what they're facing with certain network providers. I think the one I'm on is one of them. Wanting to check out One Piece, everyone keeps saying it's really refreshing. Yeah, it's amazing. It's on Netflix. Not all of it is on Netflix though. Like, it is not caught up, but it is very easy to be spoiled for it. Like, if you search it up online, like for information on it. But it is super good. Like, it's one of my favorites. It's not my absolute favorite, but it's definitely up there. Anything else I've seen lately? No, I guess that's it for stuff I've watched recently. I do want to start watching more movies, though. Like, there's a lot of classics that are coming up, like in my feeds and whatnot on Netflix and whatever, that I genuinely do want to see. Oh, here's a big one that's very not safe for work. I rewatched Sausage Party, which the name itself sounds horrendous, and it kinda, like, it wasn't bad, but this movie, in my opinion, is an example of what happens when you take an Adult Swim, production and actually give it, like, production value alongside its writing. Like, I personally feel like a movie like that pretty much evokes that whole, like, themes pretty much of every character being unhinged in some way or just, like, miserable. I do feel they were a little too on the nose with it, like with everyone swearing or being, you know, being a little, too randy for, like, any one person's tastes. It wasn't a bad movie and it did make me laugh, but the reason I rewatched it specifically was because the first time I see it, I couldn't, like, comprehend it fully, because it was on a long car ride home from a trip. And I was just, like, distracted. Like, I was just tired. And I had, like, an iPad, and I was just watching it, and I was just like, this movie's raunchy, but, like, I can't really, like, pay too much attention, because I'm tired, you know. I just want to rest. We're in a car. I haven't moved for hours. You know. But, like, rewatching it and seeing, like, that end sequence, the infamous end sequence. Oh god, that was quick. Yeah. It was a little, goodness. Hey, let's go! I love the whimsical music when this goes. I won't let you through. I will not let you through. Okay, you got through. Yeah. So, not a bad movie. It's very raunchy, but it is what it is. So it's put in a hindsight rather than foresight perspective. Yeah, pretty much. I will not be watching that movie again. But I won't deny that it did make me chuckle. No, there's nothing else that I've seen. Anything else? I'll do another mini. Why not? I think this might be the last one. Ooh, I want that skin. I'm almost tempted to go onto Netflix and see what I've been watching. But no, I guess that's it for that. I have been watching old cartoons, though. Or at least trying to watch old cartoons again. Which one specifically to talk about, though, that's actually interesting? I did see, like, a mini documentary, or a couple, on different ones that I grew up with. And it's interesting to hear the backstories of them. Like, I think I heard something about how Ed, Edd n Eddy was, like, made on a dare. Or something? I'm not too sure. But that would be really cool if true. I'm gonna have to conserve my boosts. Because I take way too much damage in these. I also remember, like, I saw one on Ren and Stimpy, which was kind of unfortunate how that one turned out. I saw one from someone I follow on YouTube on how not to draw Simpsons characters. Which, it's actually pretty interesting to see, like, a guidebook on how not to do things. I just wasted my boost, even though I said I wouldn't. Wait, I got someone? But then why didn't I gain boost? I guess I indirectly killed them. Wasn't so hard, I did. They will move you. Yeah. I guess it's more so just like a matter of me like compiling a list of like stuff I want to review. Like those are just off the top of my head, but I've got so many shows that I would definitely want to do a review on. Like One Punch Man is one of my favorites, and Gurren Lagann being my absolute favorite just because of how emotional it made me. Also Space Dandy, that one was another good one. My goodness. Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot I'd want to cover. I now can list it. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot on mine actually. Did I drop more frames? Yes, I did. Looking forward to when the streams are scheduled accordingly. That's okay. This one was actually my last one that I was gonna do for today. But I'm glad that I was able to do like whole discussions with this one. It looks like my streams are definitely getting better in terms of quality, so long as I remember to keep my settings the same. Then pretty much my streams would be a lot more easier to manage. As long as I can figure out the source of that frame dropping though. But yeah, I'll finish this mini pre and then wrap up this stream. This is another good one, though. I'm very pleased with this. Which is a relief, because I haven't really been having much luck with streams. I legit had 2, maybe 3 streams in a row that I forgot to do audio in. And that is the stream for the Looker. Which is a shame, because I really liked doing the puzzles for those and just reacting to them. And the second being the Elder Scrolls stream that I did. That one I forgot, both of those I forgot to turn the audio on, which sucks. And the third being a Splatoon stream for the Splatfest. Oh god, that's a topic. It's just how nasty people were being from this previous Splatfest. God, like, Shiver won, which I'm glad, because I picked Shiver, because I'm honest. You know, if you didn't pick Shiver, you're either a contrarian or you're wrong. And rarely you actually like the other 2 characters. That's just my opinion. It is what it is. In the end, they're just cartoon characters. But, yeah, people are being, like, nasty. People are being, like, just downright racist toward, about the character's appearance and about, like, Japan as a region. Ooh, nice. And I'm just like, you know, you don't need to be like that for a video game. Just, like, just deal with it. You know, I get these events come around every, like, so often and whatever, but this is, like, such a non-issue. You know? I guess there's always gotta be something, right? But that whole thing's over. I've been playing it a lot more, like, when I can, when I'm out working on, like, the projects and whatnot. And I'm starting to get a little better, but I'm still like, uh-oh, I'm gonna die. I'm just, like, not really still very good. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Okay. I probably just blew into the microphone. I got 5th place! Wow. And all rivals are eliminated. Wow. I haven't been paying attention to my rank. I'm B minus already. Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Splatoon. I'm excited for the DLC. Oh, that's a cool skin. Or is that the one I talked about before? Wait, no, that's just visual effects. Never mind. God dang it. Wait, no, that was a skin. Wait, so that's the end of the pre? Wow, 29. Oh wait, no, okay. Race 3 is beginning. Alright. Yeah, I'm excited for the DLC. I want to try to get it. There's just so much, though. Like, legit. There's Starfield. I want to get that. A lot of people aren't happy, but I don't care. I'm looking for another, like, game, like, open world game with a lot of jank. As weird as that sounds. And few do it better than Bethesda. You know, even if it's unintentional. So I want that. I definitely want to get Mario Wonder, despite all the very cursed art of the elephant characters. Why, Nintendo? Why must you do this? Like, we didn't need it. Are you aware of what you've done? Ugh. Disgusting. Anyway, there's that. Also, there was something that I saw earlier today that I want to do at some point. Oh my god, it's Skibidi. It's the official Skibidi F-Zero. Oh my god. Health burst. Anyway, Mario Wonder looks good. It looks like a trip, figuratively and figuratively, can't even speak, and literally. What else? There's the Splatoon DLC. There's a lot of others that I can't remember, but, you know, gotta show temperance. Shouldn't really get everything all at once, because the last time I did that was when I first got my Switch. I got myself a sort of, like, starter pack of games of sorts, and I still haven't finished all of them. I got, Mario Kart, which I said earlier that I don't play too often. I got, well, I completely missed that guy because I looked away. I got, Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, because I wanted to do a Rage Game stream, but I didn't end up doing that, and I didn't even end up playing much of it to begin with. I could do that at some point, though. I got Hollow Knight, which I started playing but didn't play enough of. Nice. And that's the Grand Prix, or the Mini Prix. What else? I keep saying, I got Breath of the Wild, I played very little of it, and it's not finished. I do not have Tears of the Kingdom because I didn't finish Breath of the Wild. But I did want to play that at some point. I just need to finish Breath of the Wild first, but I'm slow. I'm too slow. Sure. Yeah, there's a lot. Alrighty. Nice. Yay. Lime green. Alrighty. Yeah, lots of games out there. But this is a nice little thing to check out. I don't know if I'd play it again. Maybe I will if I have stuff to talk about, so I could just turn my brain off. But who knows? Anyway, that does it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching, and, I'll see you another time.